Okay.
5.
The House can impeach elected officials. House and Senate must agree to declare war.
I'm sorry, the House what?
The House can impeach elected officials via majority vote.
The House of Reps cannot pass treaties or appoint people.
Okay, tell me characteristics of the House and the Senate. You're telling me things that they can't do. I just need to know what they can do. Give me
The
characteristics.
Senate can pass treaties.
Are these characteristics that we went over in class?
I'm reading it from my notes, so yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that those are characteristics. 5.
The Senate can appoint people.
4.
The House has revenue power.
The House does have revenue power. What does that mean? 5. 4.
They can regulate / initiate revenue.
I'm sorry,
revenue
what?
bills. They can regulate / initiate revenue
Initiate.
bills.
All revenue bills have got to initiate in the House of Representatives. 4.
They can pass legislation.
Okay, is that the best you got? 3.
The Senate
They cannot pass bills
the Senate
on
can
tender.
filibuster.
What's that?
The Senate can filibuster.
What's a filibuster?
That's when you stand up and talk as long as you can.
The Senate actually has unlimited debate or filibuster, and you can talk as long as you want. What's the significance of that? 5. 4.
If they don't want a bill to get passed, they just stall.
Okay, that is what they do. What's the significance of a filibuster? 3.
They can keep talking and until they get their point across, no matter how long it takes.
2.
They can sway the majority.
1. Somebody else, tell me about a filibuster. Actually, y'all have it next.
We listed like 8 of them.
We have to tell you about a filibuster?
Yeah, that's what I asked. 5.
A filibuster is when a person from the Senate talks. They can talk as long as they want.
Already heard this. Tell me something new. 4. 3. 2. 1. Who's next? Go. You're already out to the next one.
Are we still talking about filibusters?
Because that's where they win. I just wanted characteristics.
The purpose of a filibuster is to delay a vote until most.
Already heard this. Give me something else. Go ahead.
There was a person who talked the most on that.
Who was that person?
I think it's Strom Thurmond.
Strom Thurmond actually was the person who spoke the most, and he did speak over 24 hours. Let's leave the filibuster for now. I just need characteristics of the House and the Senate, please.
The Senate has, what is it, 100 senators.
The Senate does have 100 senators. Why do they have 100?
I said that.
I never heard it. Go.
Because it's two per state. The House is based on.
Hang on. -1. Keep going.
So the Senate is based on 2 senators per the states, and the House is based on population.
Based on equality. How many members are there in the House? 5, 4, 3, 2. It is 435. What other characteristics can you give me? 100 and 435 based on population. Gotta go. It's gonna be a sorry review if y'all don't give me answers.
Isn't the House like the upper one?
-1. It's not. Anybody else want to give me, please?
Can serve 2 terms.
The House can serve 2 terms? -1. Yeah, that's not right at all. Okay, Brenda, your group's last.
The Senate used to be voted by a state legislator until the 17th Amendment, which makes senators become voted by popular vote.
Well, that's actually a pretty good answer. That's right. The 17th Amendment does allow the people to directly elect, but the Senate wasn't. Has the House always been directly elected?
No. Wait,
The House always has been directly elected.
Hold
Yes,
on,
it
I thought you said
has.
Senate, my fault.
I'm done. Okay.
The
House has 2-year terms. Senate has 6-year terms. If you look back on this, the House is going to be minimum age 25, 7-year residency requirement. Senate, minimum 30, 9-year residency requirement. Remember, it was #1, characteristics of the House of the Senate. Make sure that you're comfortable with these and be able to tell me why. Touch the House. Brenda, you gave me the last correct answer. Pick me a category.
Which one? Okay, we'll do 2 for presidency.
Executive order, executive privilege, executive agreement. Y'all have it first, you've got it second. You've got it third.
Executive order is the president is free to make laws that deal specifically with his Article 2 power.
1, 2. The president, under an executive order, is free to make domestic law based upon Article 2 powers. Can you give me an example? 5, 4, 3. Anybody in the group?
Someone talk.
2.
Travel ban.
What's that?
Trump's travel ban.
There you go.
Okay, we didn't talk about that, but
No,
can
we
you give me
didn't.
something that we did talk about? 3.
Obama's immigration.
Truman.
We did actually talk about Obama's immigration. What's that?
Truman integrating the army.
Truman desegregated the military. Anything else you can tell me?
FDR relocating the Japanese to
FDR relocating the Japanese Americans. Okay, executive order, executive privilege. Y'all have it. 5.
The president can maintain confidentiality of executive branch communications.
Can you give me an example?
Nixon, it's like legally keeping secrets.
Nixon trying to maintain executive privilege of what?
Of
Of the tapes. Yes, executive agreement.
Lower level treaties, you can like the Mexico drones to protect the border.
Lower level treaties. Finish the sentence.
Oh, lower
president-
level treaties with other countries.
A president
Okay,
can
okay,
negotiate
yeah.
lower level treaties that
The president can actually negotiate treaties in executive agreement form without it having to be ratified by the Senate. And you said using drones to patrol the southwestern border of the United States, what George W. did. Click it, Ash.
Hell yeah.
Executive order, presidential lawmaking power, executive privilege, confidentiality of executive branch communications, executive agreement, presidential treaty-making power that does not require consent of the Senate. Touch the House, pick me a category, go.
5. Something like
The president's for 3.
Presidents for 3.
Okay, yeah.
Click it. You have it first. We didn't deal with this one, but I'll give you a different one. You have, first hand I see. Okay, but I have to tell you what it is first. First hand I see, the 25th Amendment. Go ahead, you've got it. Zoom in on them. Zoom in on Rocio.
Okay, the 25th Amendment. The
5.
Vice President becomes President upon the President's death or resignation.
Section 1, 1, 2, 3. The Vice President becomes President upon the President's death or resignation.
Section 4, the Executive
Give me
branch.
Section 2. Let's do it in order.
Section 2. Which one was that?
5. Go ahead.
Whenever there's a vacancy in office, the president shall nominate the vice president who shall take the office from confirmation by a majority of both House and Senate.
If there's a vacancy in the vice presidency, the president can nominate with the approval of the Senate and the House. And they did this because for a long time they didn't have anything in the Constitution dealing with how to replace the vice president. Section 3, 5, 4.
Whenever the president transmits the full term tensport or something like that, the Senate and the Speaker of the House of Representatives.
Okay, put it in your words, because
The
that's
President can go away and come back to office.
How does the president do this?
By, what's it?
4, 3.
He has to sign like this paper authorizing.
President signs a paper.
Authorizing the other people to act on his.
Who's the other person that acts on the president?
The
It is the vice president. Who is this given to? 5, 4,
Say it.
3, and who?
Isn't it the?
Speaker of the House and who? 3, 2, 1. Go ahead.
Oh, I just want to say something else about this. Also, if he's
Okay, but we got to finish section 3 first.
fine, I had a different good point. But I don't think
We got. Well, if we just start jumping around, it's not a good review session. Y'all are out until the next question. Who does the president give the paper to? The
Vice
Speaker of the
President.
House and
The vice president.
-3.
What? -3?
The vice president takes power. Go. It is. It's actually given to the president pro tem of the Senate. What's section 4?
If the cabinet says, cabinet and the VP says that the president can't do the job, then they can remove the president at their discretion.
If the vice president and the cabinet agree that the president is not fit to continue duty, then at that point they can remove the president and the vice president will take over. How does the president get the power back in section 4?
They have to sign it back to him.
The vice president and the cabinet do have to give it back. How does the president get it back in section 3?
Get it back in section 3.
4. Anybody in the group? 3, 2, 1.
Is
President.
the vice president dead? Never mind.
Yeah, -3.
Never mind.
1, 2, 3. Actually, the president can take it back on written declaration to the speaker and the president of the Senate. Touch the House. Pick me a category. Y'all are comfortably in 3rd place right now. Gotta go. Make your move.
Let's do 4 for presidency.
4 for presidency. Click it. The election of 1800. You have it first. You've got it second. Whoever's got it third is the next hand I see. Your second election in 1800.
It was the John Adams re-election for Burr and Jefferson. They were tied in the electoral college.
Okay, so John Adams was the president, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it was actually Burr, 1, 2, 3, 4, who tied with Jefferson in the electoral college. Keep going.
And Burr went for the big chair because he wanted to be president, I guess.
Burr had actually kind of agreed that he was going to be the vice president, but when he tied, he decided to go for the presidency. What ended up happening? 4.
They did a duel.
Something happened before the duel, though. 3. Anybody in the group?
Yeah, Hamilton challenged.
Hamilton! What did Hamilton do?
He challenged Burr to.
Hamilton did something before the duel. 4. 3.
He voted for somebody else.
2. Go ahead. What did Hamilton do?
So Hamilton was a swing vote in favor of Jefferson.
Hamilton actually threw the election 1, 2, 3, 4 to Jefferson. Hamilton said, I hate Thomas Jefferson, but I think Aaron Burr will be the ruin of the country. And what ultimately happened because of Hamilton's political maneuverings?
Aaron Burr challenged him to a duel.
Aaron Burr challenged Hamilton to a duel. And what happened?
So Hamilton fired his guns straight up in the air.
He gave himself up, but it was considered participating in the duel.
And Burr shot Hamilton, killing him.
And killed him. And Burr at this point is the vice president. Hamilton is the guy that's going to end up on the $10 bill. What did Burr do after killing Hamilton?
He ran into the mountains to start his own country.
Ran into the Appalachian Mountains to start his own country. And what was he charged with? 5.
Treason.
He was charged with treason. He was ultimately cleared. What amendment was added to the Constitution because of this election? 4. First hand I see. 3, 2, 1, go. 25th minus 4. Oh wait, that's the wrong group. Yeah, you gotta watch me sometimes. Gotta watch me. What was the amendment that was added because of this? 5. First hand, go ahead. 12th Amendment. What did the 12th Amendment do? Zoom in on Jose. Zoom in.
I really don't know what it is.
Somebody in the group. 4. What does 12th Amendment do? 3. First hand I see. Go.
Isn't it where the president and the vice president, when they run at the same time, they have to run with the same party and everything?
President and vice president are jointly elected. It used to be the person with the most votes became president, person with the second most votes became vice. Now the president and the vice were going to be from the same party. Touch the house. Pick me a category. You're still comfortably in 3rd place.
Wait, didn't we win that?
I just put points
Oh,
up.
okay. Let's do civil rights for 3.
Civil rights for 3. List all you can. Click it. Surgeon General. Y'all have it first. You've got it second. You've got it third. You know, if y'all don't have any points, I can't give you any bonus. Shame, shame, shame. Surgeon General. 5. You got it. 4.
The head of a public health service or of an armed forces medical service.
Is that what we said?
Oh, wait, we're giving the definition.
Yeah, that's not what I'm asking. You've got it. What's the significance of Surgeon General? 4.
They can deem things healthy or unlike.
Is that really the answer you want to give?
No, it's not the answer I want to give.
Okay, yeah, then somebody give me an answer, because I'm getting ready to go to Raphael. Shame on y'all. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so this Surgeon General lady, she was appointed under the Obama administration.
What was her
and
name?
She was too fat.
She was actually a Surgeon General that was considered obese. What was her name? 5. Regina Benjamin. 1, 2, 3, 4. It was. Tell me about this.
So she was too fat, and people like Republicans, some people thought that she was too fat to do her job, and they said that, you know, she should be a paragon of health, but other people thought that that this was actually an attack on her as a woman because it had to do with her appearance as a public official.
Let's unpack this. As a Surgeon General, you are the government spokesperson on health. And the #1 health issue in the United States is obesity. So there were some people that said right off the top, you know what? She can't do this job because she's representing the problem. They were called the girthers, actually. And I'm being a little funny, but not so much, because she was visibly obese. The argument why she should be Surgeon General was what? 4.
She was a
3.
very accomplished doctor, the youngest person to be admitted into the, the board of the
Oh, maybe I should take these back. 3. You're right, but tell me.
And
3.
she famously did
A
house
board
visits.
of what? 3.
I don't know, it was a surgeon's thing. But
2.
Listen, can I...
Somebody in the
say some other
audience.
things?
1.
Can I say
I gotta
some
take
other
them back.
things?
Somebody tell me. What were her accomplishments?
Hey, I was gonna say some other accomplishments.
But then don't start with the one you don't know. Y'all need points bad. Ebes, Hassan, qualifications. Yeah, go ahead.
She did a lot to the kids and overseas, like poor kids. And
She actually in rural Alabama would make house calls. I don't know why I'm giving you points for this. She made house calls and she did this even when people couldn't pay. What about her resume qualifications? Anything at all?
she was highly educated.
Like what? She was the first at something.
She was the first
4,
to
3,
back me up.
2. Yeah, they've left you hanging, haven't they? 1. Anything. Look this up. First member, the youngest, first black woman member of the American Medical Association. She had gotten a number of grants.